recent criticism of Asking Alexandria. After their performance at the Vans Warped Tour, which was streamed online, many people being critical of the performance from vocalist Danny Worsnop. Now, it's unclear what was happening during this performance. Was he experiencing vocal issues? We saw a member of the band write an apology on social media in the aftermath. Lots of speculation, but the band has not commented on the situation up to this point. But now we do have a response from former Asking Alexandria vocalist Denis Stoff, who was poking fun at the situation and also alleging that he's owed money by the band. Here's what we know. A recent performance from Asking Alexandria has gone viral, and it's all centered around Danny Worsnop's vocal performance. It recently kicked off with the band's live stream set at the Vans Warped Tour in DC on June 15th. Fans who tuned in were pretty upset, accusing Worsnop of phoning it in. The main complaints were that the performance was low energy and that he was relying heavily on backing tracks. Now, the backlash apparently was so significant that the band's bassist, Sam Bentley, even put out what seemed to be an indirect apology to the fans. For a lot of people, this wasn't just a one-off bad show. This feels like this has become a pattern. Things got even weirder when the band's official social media posted a clip from that exact Warped Tour set, but over the video, they had text flashing on screen that said, "It's never good enough, and it's never enough." It was a really cryptic message that didn't exactly calm anyone down. Worsnop himself has been silent on the situation, mostly just promoting his solo stuff on his social media. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The band's former vocalist, Denis Stoff, has decided to weigh in. Stoff, who fronted the band for the album The Black from 2015 to 2016, has been seeing a lot of fans calling for him to come back. He put out a pretty lengthy statement on Instagram. Stoff started off by saying, "Hey fam, I don't even know where to start here. I simply couldn't ignore the AA situation that's been circling around the internet right now. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the amount of love that you all showed me in the comments. I appreciate you all." Then he got straight to the point. He said, "I've seen the videos. I laughed my tits off and I loved it. Like hundreds of people mentioned in the comments, this is what they always sounded like live since the beginning of their career." Now, he also brought up an old accusation from Worsnop that Stoff himself used to lip sync. Stoff called that a 100% fake statement and then turned it back on Danny. He wrote, quote, "As you can see in their Warped Tour 2025 show, Danny is clearly having tons of backing tracks in their live set and is clearly incapable of giving a good performance to the people who paid money for their tickets and simply wanted to see a good show." He even included some side-by-side video comparisons to make his point. So with all the fans calling for his return, you think he might be open to it, but he shut that down completely. And the reason he gave was quite surprising. Stoff claims the band owes him a massive amount of money. He says he would, quote, "never return to a band that has still never presented a single royalty statement for the Black album and that failed to pay out an estimated $5 million of my profit share, as stipulated in the contracts I signed with them at the time." He went on to detail where that money could have come from. He says, "This includes revenue from song authorship, sales, streams, deals, show tickets, performances, guarantees, and worldwide merchandise sales." Stoff says he's been trying to get this sorted out for years. He claims, quote, "I've sent countless email requests regarding this situation to the band and their representatives, all of which have been ignored for nearly 9 years. He added that he was, quote, "misled into believing that the business side was transparent back when he was in the band." He ended his statement by saying he stayed quiet for almost a decade to avoid public drama, but he feels he has to share his side of the story now. Now, look, I've seen Asking Alexandria with Danny Worsnop a number of times, and they put on a really good show. I think that it's possible they could have had an off night. It just happened to have been broadcast and streamed online. You see a lot of commenters saying that they had been putting on great performances. So we don't know what could be going on behind the scenes. And as of yet, the band really hasn't responded. So I really like Asking Alexandria. I'm sure they're going to keep going strong. But let me know what you think down in the comments. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe and join the feed, fam. I've got the members up on the screen. Appreciate all of your support. Stick around for the next video.